They updated the game. So there was this thing where you could pick random and you would get a regular lap course. And then they took it away. And everyone was like, what's up with that? But then Nintendo gave it back. They updated the game. Nintendo listened. Nintendo always listens. Haters! These people have no idea what they're talking about. Nintendo always listens. Let's freaking dive in. I can't wait. Huh. That's weird. I only have connected courses. Well, I'll just pick random. They fixed it. Mario Kart World. The game that everyone and their mom has already talked about. But I want to talk about Intermission Tracks. Which again, everyone and their mom has already talked about. Including me. And I'm not even a mom. I recently went to play this game again because I spent $80 on it and my wallet creeps up onto my bed at night and begins to choke me for pretty much wasting my money. So I went to play again and went straight to playing online. And very quickly got Intermission Tracks. Because that update that was supposed to fix the issue with online matches getting intermission tracks as frequent as it was, didn't really do much. They claim they increased the chances of regular lap courses from when they changed the random option in the other patch, and I'm sure they did. But the amount doesn't feel like it was enough. I still constantly get intermission tracks. Now, I don't care if you like intermission tracks or not. Everyone has an opinion. But I'm making a video online about my opinion, so that means I'm right. I don't like intermission tracks. And I want to dive into this as to why. I think intermission tracks on the surface and on paper are pretty harmless. I mean, as far as I know, they don't bite. But they are just a road that you take to get to the actual racetrack. I think this could be a fun little side thing you do before a race, if these intermission tracks knew what they were trying to be. When you're on an intermission track, you travel a pretty good distance before you get to the racetrack. And then you only do one lap on the actual course. Now, if this distance was full of a ton of events, then this could be a fun thing to do. That could mix up the formula and allow the game to not really become samey. The issue with this, though, is that the intermissions themselves feel samey. It always feels like you're just kinda on a road trip to get to where you want to be, and not in the eventful Chevy Chase National Lampoon kind of way. There isn't really that much to do when you're on the intermission track. And Shortcat has demonstrated that bagging on intermission tracks, meaning that you hang behind and get good items, is a good strat to do. And that when you get to the actual course, you then use your good items. Now you could just say, well, just don't be a sweaty gamer and just have fun. But other people are going to do this. You can't stop people from bagging. And if the intermission tracks were really involved, then maybe I could get behind just driving and having fun. But you already aren't doing much in the intermissions anyway, except for maybe a few drifts here and there. So it ends up just feeling like this pointless road trip to get to the destination you really want to get to. So it's not really about being a tryhard, it's that there already isn't that much going on when it comes to the intermission tracks themselves. I feel like Nintendo should have picked a lane. No pun intended, but hey, it's convenient. I think that they should have either had intermissions be very involved, and have a ton of stuff to them to make them unique and fun, and have an impact to the actual race. Or, make them really short, and just have them be a fun little thing you do before the start of the actual course. Which they could then have the course have the normal lap count instead of just one. Talking about all of this is also ignoring the fact that we had a workaround to this, by selecting random, when playing online. But then Nintendo took that away. Those little scoundrels. Why are they so dead set on us playing these intermissions? I'm sorry, but they don't really have too much to offer. And you're penalized for just trying to play and have fun, because bagging is such a viable strat when you get an intermission course. And do you want to know what the worst part of all of this is? Oh, you don't? I mean, I guess I could just end the video. Oh, no, wait, no, you do. Okay. Alright. The worst part about all of this is that the courses themselves seem great. I say seem great because I honestly don't feel like I've been able to experience them like I did with Mario Kart 8. In Mario Kart 8, when I finished the Grand Prix and played online, I got to know the courses inside and out. I really knew those courses. We were in a committed relationship. With Mario Kart World, once I beat the Grand Prix, I didn't really have that much time with the tracks themselves. I don't even know if I could say we're casually dating. Getting an intermission, and then doing one lap on the course, isn't really enough for me to dive in. I want to drive in, and dive in, and possibly even dine in with these courses. I want to call the waiter over and say, this one's on me. and have the course blush a little. The only course I got to really know was DK Spaceport, because I was doing time trials on it for a little bit. And I love Donkey Kong, so I just kind of gravitated towards that one. I feel like if I was able to play online and always get regular lap courses, I would be able to really find my favorites, and then go into time trials and have a drive. Again, no pun intended. But come on, it writes itself. But I would have a drive to play these courses because I would be finding my favorites, and I would want to get good at the tracks I really like. If someone said to me right now, "Marcin, name 5 tracks you really like in Mario Kart World or else," I'm gonna tell everyone that you have a crush on Candy Kong. I'd say, everyone already knows that I have a crush on Candy Kong, and I'm sorry, but I only know one course that I really like for sure, and I couldn't even really name any others, because I don't even know the names of all the courses. My relationship with these courses in Mario Kart World is like I just swiped on Tinder, and all these courses have said to me so far is, hey, I really want to love Mario Kart World, but there are a lot of things going against it. In this video, I'm only talking about Intermission Tracks, but there are a lot of other areas in the game that I feel are lacking. If I could just simply go online though, and have some fun every now and then, I could at least be able to get my money's worth, and be able to enjoy the game. It's not that I want to force myself to like Mario Kart World, it's that I think there is a good game buried within these ones and zeros, that could be surfaced if certain things were changed. If they make an option for online play, to turn off Intermission Tracks, I genuinely would play this game every now and then, and enjoy my time. Well, more of my time than currently. Because come on, it's still Mario Kart, and you're inevitably going to get mad at items, and shenanigans, every now and then. But that's the nature of the beast, and I'm okay with that. Kind of. But I would at least be able to play the game I purchased. You could say I could do that now, but with the current state that it's in, I have no desire to launch the game. The only other thing that's left to maybe spruce the game up, other than making tweaks to the current state of the game, is DLC. But without changing the online, I don't really see how DLC will make me want to play the game more. If they add new tracks, I'll do the Grand Prix right away, and then be right in the same boat. Or cart, rather. Where I'll then just be left with online play again, and I'll be getting intermission tracks again. DLC will most likely add even more intermission tracks, because I would imagine that all of these courses will still be connected, which actually will probably affect how many courses get added in the future in general. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, after all of the DLC, had 96 courses, and I highly doubt Mario Kart World will come anywhere close to that because of all of these tracks needing to be connected. Again, I think this entire conversation would be different if Intermission Tracks felt like something. If they had a bunch of crazy stuff going on at all times. But they genuinely feel like a road you would take to get your morning coffee and then you finally get to work and do your job. The intermission is the coffee trip, and the course is your place of work. Except in Mario Kart World, the coffee trip makes you late to work, and then you have less time to get your job done. Only time for one lap. So did Intermission Tracks ruin Mario Kart World? Well, that's up for you to decide. But for me, Intermission Tracks drove me away from wanting to play the game. Playing online is a complete gamble. You could do 10 races and get all intermission tracks. And if you don't enjoy intermission tracks, well, I'll have Reggie take this one.
If it's not fun, why bother?